AM 1060 WMEL.
It's 1:07 in the afternoon here on the Talk to Me station, AM 1060 WMEL, and worldwide at 1060WMEL.com. John Harper with you, filling in for Joe Steckler today, and joining me is the information specialist with the Helping Seniors organization, Kay Kaiser. Kay, thanks for being with us as well.
My pleasure.
And Kay, before we get any further into today's discussion, I believe you have a couple of sponsors that you'd like to make mention of.
Absolutely, because without our sponsors and our outreach media, John Harper, we wouldn't have the opportunity to continue educating. With our mission trying to strongly educate, inform, and put our callers in touch with the resources they're looking for. So it goes out with outreach, radio station being a perfect example, and taking the callers that are requesting information. So without further ado, I'd like to thank and shout out to sponsors Aldea today, Barbara McIntyre, who's a home equity retirement specialist, Brevard Chiropractic and Injury Center, and Neurogenics Nerve Center of Rockledge, Canadian Meds of Melbourne. I invite you folks to give me a call at the office at 473-7770 because Joe Pons is certainly helping a lot of our callers save a lot of money on their prescription needs. We have Cobblestone Real Estate, which is the Waters, Courtney and Braswell Financial Group, Ebony News Today, Ear Care, Handy Pro of the Space Coast, Hometown News, Kindred at Home, Levin Home Care Nurse Registry, Organized Creative Designs. This lady goes and helps you downsize and get organized. Riverview Senior Resort. We'll pick up, I think, John Harper on the second half and announce our additional sponsors that we are proud to have affiliated with us.
Okay, that sounds good. And before we get into our discussion for today, also want to remind everyone that we have a big car raffle that is coming up.
Yes.
And do you have some details on that?
It is a 1992 ruby red mint condition Jaguar. It has, from my understanding, only 38,000 miles.
Wow.
It is in mint condition. I mean, it would be an honor for anybody to be driving that car around Brevard County. And by the way, if you're a senior, too, and you're not driving, think about the possibility of selling that. You know, the tickets are only $25 a piece, or they can get 5 for $100.
Actually, that'd be a good investment, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I
So it's not a matter I had a caller the other day said, well, I don't drive anymore. And I said, well, what have you won? And you could turn that around and quite
People spend more money than that every week on the lottery.
You've got it.
Yeah.
That's right. But it is absolutely beautiful. So take the number again for Helping Seniors of Brevard. It's 321-473-7770. And I'll make sure that you get a ticket. Or you can go to our website, helpingseniorsofbrevard.org. And then we have a donate button there. It's completely secure to go through PayPal, so you can do it that way as well.
And we'll mention that a couple more times here within the hour. So if you didn't get that information, we'll be more than happy to give that to you again for the cost of what you would normally spend each week on the lottery.
That's right.
You can buy a ticket and win this 1992 Jaguar. It is in mint condition. It's been totally refurbished.
Yes.
As Kay mentioned, only 33,000 miles?
38,000 from what I understand.
38,000 miles. And it's absolutely beautiful. So as she said, even if you're not driving, what a great investment. You could turn around and sell this and really make some money. What a great investment.
Well, you know, the bottom line is we're a nonprofit organization, and we need your help, folks, to make us continue to be alive and help those senior callers that call us. So your raffle ticket is a tax deduction on your income tax return because it is considered a donation.
And again, if you'd like to get more information about that, you can give the Helping Seniors office number a call at 321 area code 473-7770. That's 321-473-7770. Or you can go online at
helpingseniors.brevard.org. And I might mention, too, you can go on our website and you'll find the various locations that the car can be viewed. Gatto's Auto Tire and Service have it at their location throughout Brevard County. We have a calendar posted on the website, and you can go and you can purchase tickets at the Gatto's as well. All 6 are selling tickets.
Excellent. Sounds good. Sounds like a great idea. And that drawing, by the way, Kay, comes up when?
December 3rd.
All right. What a great way to win some money and to have a beautiful car. And at the same time, you're not competing against the entire state or the entire country in a drawing.
That's right.
So
that's right.
That's pretty good as well. As we mentioned, the other voice that you've heard, that's Kay Kaiser. She is known as the Information Specialist with helping seniors of Brevard. And Kay, I guess from the get-go here, exactly what does the organization of Helping Seniors of Brevard, what is the mission? What's performed there?
Okay, well, since we really officially opened our office a couple years ago, I have fielded over 1,100 callers calling in. These are seniors, daughters, sons, caretakers, primarily the majority seniors, looking for resources. It's so difficult to navigate the elder system, John, and they have no clue where to turn, where to call, and the calls range from transportation. Affordable housing is a much needed in our community. I understand there's a huge waiting list now for people who are on a very limited income to try to find a roof over their head where they're not paying $700 or $800 a month for an apartment, and that may be their only income. So there's illegal, financial. What I try to do is I make sure that I give them a couple resources to call, and I ask those callers to call me back with the results. If they don't call me, I will call them. So if we multiply 1,100 incoming calls, minimum I'm speaking to those people 3 times. As a matter of fact, I have several people going back a couple years ago that I've dozens and dozens of calls they've called, because I find that most people, they find that, oh, well, 3 months down the road, a year down the road, I need some more help with this. So they'll call again.
And that number to call again
is
to get in touch with Kay is 321 area code, because we're dealing with such a large area with our signal, 321-473-7770.
correct.
And that'll put you right in touch with Kay Kaiser. And Kay, you've helped so many people over the years. Normally I save this question for the end of the hour, but since we're right on cue right now to talk about it, what's one of your favorite success stories of people that you've helped that perhaps they had given up hope and they've given up searching, and how were you able to turn something around? What's one of your favorite stories?
One of my favorite goes back to more than a year ago. And hats off to veterans, by the way, because we do help. I find that a lot of surviving spouses are not aware of what's called the VA Aid and Attendance Program. But there is a veteran that called, and he had a mobile home, but he had his leg amputated. One leg. So you can imagine the story. He's looking for a ramp so he doesn't have to waddle and lift himself up into the mobile home. So I actually had contacted Joe about this caller because he had called, and the list was 3 or 4 months before he could get a ramp put in. And my heart just went out to him. I said, we've got to find a better way. So we actually got involved with another agency and made the call.
And you're talking about Joe Steckler, the executive director of the organization.
I communicate with him on a daily basis, so we can't help 100% of people. Sometimes we'll do our doggone best to try to see what we can do to push this person maybe ahead a little bit. So I took the initiative to make a call, and that man got that ramp in no time. So, sometimes we get involved in trying to push things through a little bit quicker. because, I know there's waiting list on things to be done. A ramp could be 4 months down the road. But in a desperation situation like this, I just visualized in my mind the difficulty this gentleman, this veteran, was having just to get into his own home.
That certainly, I'm sure, made a huge difference. That was a
yes.
world changer, a life-changing event, just having that ramp for his wheelchair put in his home.
Exactly. So, I could go on and on. I could talk the rest of the afternoon about success stories and everything.
And he was a veteran, right?
He was a veteran. Yeah. That's right.
Well, that is a great success story, and we're thrilled that you, Kay Kaiser, along with Joe Steckler, the executive director at Helping Seniors of Brevard, were able to assist that gentleman and to help him out. If you'd like to get involved, if you have a question for Kay Kaiser about the organization, anything she does, feel free to give us a call here on WMEL Talk Radio throughout the hour. We're at area code 321-241-1060. That's 241-1060, and we'd be delighted to talk to you right here on AM 1060 WMEL. And right now, Kay, let's indeed go to the phones. John Fredrickson, I believe, is on hold. John, you're on AM 1060 WMEL with Kay Kaiser. I'm John Harper. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, guys. The more I hear about that organization, the more I want to thank them for what they're doing. I publish a senior magazine here on the coast, and I see a lot of events that bring out the seniors, and I think one way to reach these people would provide some way to interface with them at these events about the organization. And that's got to require manpower and funding, and just trying to think of different ways to reach the seniors so they can hear about this organization. And I think we need to do all we can to get behind them and push publicly that they're doing so much good, and try to get some funding in their hands so they can get out and help the seniors.
Well, John, you're so right on target with what needs to be done, and I think already what Joe Steckler has set up, what Kay Kaiser has implemented, what the board of directors totally signs off on, is an outreach program that not only utilizes WMEL Talk Radio, also we have the services of your publication, which is tremendous in reaching seniors. Joe Steckler does a weekly show on television, so that's another way in which we outreach and get to people that way. Anything else, Kay, that we're forgetting?
Well, I want to mention, too, Senior Scene Magazine. John Fredrickson, hats off to you, because, I get so many calls from your magazine, and the fact that everybody, they're sitting in a doctor's office, they pick it up, they take it home. And I had a call just yesterday. This lady had held on to one of your magazines from last November. So she's been meaning to call. But we are just proud to have featured a lot of our partners, because there are various professions that they provide for seniors.
Well, she held on to that because I think I wrote an article in November of last year.
I think you did too, actually. You've been featured a number of times. But
Just kidding.
No, but you have, because we want to make sure that more people listen to our show on Thursday at 1 p.m. on AM 1060 WMEL. But nonetheless, we have an 8-page newsletter featured in Senior Scene Magazine, and each month that I receive the Senior Scene Magazine, John Fredrickson, it just seems like the quality, the content, everything just is just going up and up and up and up, and it just gets so many compliments on your magazine.
Well, wow, I certainly appreciate that, but really, I'm just trying to think. I'm aware of some of this media push that's being put on, and it's certainly necessary and working. But I'm wondering if the next level is the personal interface, which is not easy and not cheap, but the face-to-face kind of meetings, whether it's speaking in front of like an AARP meeting or a church senior group where helping seniors needs to have a staff or funding to be able to do that and actually meet with people. How many times have you been out and talked to a group and all of a sudden people start walking up to you and say, hey, I do need your help, or how about this? And so I think, the group is doing good in getting out and reaching people through different media events like this radio program. But we need to be mindful of a next step, which is not going to be easy.
Well, I'll add something to that, John Frederickson. I get calls, and I also have reached out over the last couple of years to different organizations, or they want a speaker. I know that they had a kind of a senior singles group in Rockledge Joe spoke with, or the Harris retired employees group, which is a big one. And I know that each time that he's done that, and Joe loves to speak and inform people, he's always had someone come up from the group and say, well, I never knew about that. Maybe it's the aide in attendance or whatever it is, and that he dropped the subject on. But we totally invite any organization or church or anything going on. If you would like to have someone speak, my gosh, call us at 473, that's area code 321-473-7770. And I think, too, John Frederickson, the thing that you understand, because you are on our advocacy council as a volunteer, you take your valuable time to have your input to a group of volunteers. And we recognize as a nonprofit, it's an ongoing process to try to continue to reach out to people and say, look, we need your help. There's so many people in Brevard County, and it's only going to get larger with the boomers who've entered the senior market. And I believe we're the 24th oldest county in the whole country. The secret's out. Brevard County is a great place to retire. So we need your help because we want to be able to eventually have what's called an endowment fund. So if I get somebody who's on a very limited income, perhaps we can help them. So but we need your help. We need your help. So if anybody is interested in buy a raffle ticket. At least that's helping seniors in Brevard. You have a chance to win a wonderful car. Or at least just, if you're interested in donating, give us a call, and we'll definitely follow up with you.
And pick up a copy of John's magazine, and certainly well worth reading. A lot of great articles in there. And John, it is a good publication, and we're talking about Senior Scene Magazine, and that almost rhymes, but Senior Scene Magazine, a great publication. How many years have you been publicizing this now, John?
Well, we've been in the senior scene market for, since 2000, and here on the coast since 2006. And we've met so many wonderful people, both our readers and our advertisers. It's a great market all the way around. And
it certainly is, and you do a fabulous job, John Frederickson, you and your staff, with Senior Scene Magazine. And where can people get a copy of the magazine?
Well, we distribute it throughout the entire Brevard County. It's called a demand distribution. So where you shop, where you might visit, whether it's medical, retail, or certain organizations will be getting copies to hand out to their members. But and if you want to go to our website, which is seniorscenemag.com, there's a list of the locations. About 500 throughout the county. So
you really can't miss it. But Senior Scene Magazine should be a must-read for anyone here on the Space Coast of Florida, and anyone who's interested in staying in touch and informed with what is happening on and for seniors of Brevard County here on the Space Coast. Okay.
I want to mention too, in the current Senior Scene Magazine, Joe loves to write articles. I mean, the information that he's got is incredible. But take a look on page 41. The title is called Senior Assistance for Brevard County. So it's a great article. It tells a lot more about helping seniors of Brevard and what we do. So again, it's in Senior Scene Magazine with a feature article.
John Fredrickson, thanks so much for being with
It's been
us.
my pleasure.
This afternoon. We've enjoyed it. Look forward to seeing you at one of the next meet and greet events or wherever we always bump into each other. And again, thanks for being with us. Senior Scene Magazine here on the Space Coast of Florida. As John said, over 500 different locations where you can get a copy of this. And by the way, it's free.
That's right.
So that makes it even better. So, John, thanks again. And keep us informed, in touch. And if there's something happening, by all means, give us a call here at WMEL Radio.
Well, certainly. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and you all keep up the good work.
Thank you,
care.
John. We appreciate it. John Fredrickson, the owner, operator, publisher of Senior Scene Magazine, and we appreciate him spending some time with us right here on AM 1060 WMEL and online at 1060WMEL.com. Kay, I received a text message while John Fredrickson was on the air with us asking how long this particular show has been on the air with Joe Steckler. And actually, Joe was one of my very original talk show hosts. And when I started WMEL Radio back in 1992, 93, Joe was one of the very first talk show hosts.
There you go.
Joe's right there with Ed Dean. Ed Dean actually was, I believe, my very first talk show host, and Joe was a matter of days after him. So in the first class, the class of 92, Joe Steckler and Ed Dean were in that class, and delighted to have both of them still with us right here on AM 1060 WMEL. Kay Kaiser, we're going to take time out for a news update. We'll get a weather update as well. Hopefully we're going to finally get some rain here along the Space Coast of Florida. I know there have been some scattered showers throughout the area today, but thankfully the water sprinkler is working where I live, and my lawn is nice and green, but everybody around me is brown, so we definitely need some rain. We'll find out if it's going to rain. That and more as we continue here on the Talk to Me station, AM 1060 WMEL. WMEL Radio Time coming up on 1:30.
Doug Steffens' Good Day, weekdays 4 to 8 a.m. on AM 1060 WMEL.
It's 1:36 in the afternoon here at the Talk to Me station, AM 1060 WMEL, and always online at 1060WMEL.com. Always proud to say that. Delighted to be with you. It's an honor as always, and it's always fun when we have an opportunity to be in the magic air chair here when Joe Steckler takes a long-needed, much-needed day off, as he is today. John Harper filling in for Joe Steckler. Joe is the executive director of Helping Seniors of Brevard. And along with me here today is the person who's responsible for the information that is dispersed by Helping Seniors of Brevard, and that is none other than Kay Kaiser. Kay, thanks for being with us here on WMEL Talk Radio.
Again, my pleasure.
Kay, before we get into some other topics about Helping Seniors of Brevard, we want to talk about the big raffle that is coming up the end of the year, an opportunity for our listeners, or anyone for that matter, within the sound of our voice or in the world online at 1060WMEL.com to get a beautiful, lovingly cared for, very low mileage 1992 Jaguar XJS. And why don't you tell us about this Jag?
That's the big muscle car there, definitely. Well, it was donated to Helping Seniors of Brevard, I believe, by one of Joe's acquaintances. And he has overhauled this car to where it is absolutely in mint condition. It's only got, I believe, 38,000 miles. So if you go to our website, helpingseniorsofbrevard.org, there's actually an event tab that you can pull down, because we have it at various Gatto's locations, which, by the way, you can buy a ticket at any one of their locations. But if you don't have the opportunity to get out, listen to me. Take this number down, Helping Seniors of Brevard, 321-473-7770. I'll make sure personally that we get a ticket to you. It's $25 for one ticket or $5 for 100, John Harper.
All right, that sounds like a great deal. And as we mentioned in the first half hour, I don't know if you had a chance to hear or not, but there's a wonderful opportunity for you to make some money here.
Yeah.
If you win the JAG, you can turn right around and sell it, and what a great way to have a great return on investment for just $25.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And as we mentioned earlier, most of us, it seems, I'll speak for myself, I do, spend at least $25 a week on lottery tickets, and wow, you can really make a great investment on this.
So what that means, John Harper, is the fact that even if you're a senior listening and you no longer drive, the bottom line is you're helping seniors of Brevard. We need your help. We're a nonprofit organization, but you still have the opportunity, or maybe you want to give it to your grandchild or daughter or son. So there's all different kind of opportunities. But John, before we go any farther, I'd like to mention our other sponsors on the second half here, if I may.
And we do want to get to that, but want to remind everybody again, the Jaguar, however you want to pronounce it. I pronounce it Jaguar, but the correct way is Jaguar, is on display at the Gatto's locations throughout Brevard County.
Right.
Do we have, I shouldn't put you on this on the spot, Kate, but do we happen to know where it's at today?
I think that my last check, it might be at the Merritt Island Gattos. But again, you can go to helpingseniors@brevard.org, and you pull down the events and so forth, but it actually lists where the Jaguar can be actually seen.
Okay,
so,
good.
it's out there.
It's worth seeing, and it's worth getting a ticket for. One ticket for $25, or 5 tickets for a $100 donation, and it all goes to helping seniors of Brevard.
Right.
Now, we have some wonderful sponsors that we wanted to thank here in the second half hour. Who are they, Kay?
They are, we just heard from the publisher, Senior Scene Magazine, Seniors Helping Seniors, Dr. Lee Sheldon, Spotlight Magazine, the Eye Institute, the Fountains of Melbourne, Veterans Realty of Brevard, this new sponsor, Vitas Innovative Hospice Care of Brevard, Watercrest Senior Living Group, that's the new Market Street that's going to be opening up here in October, I believe. Bill Johnson, he's an elder law attorney, Wusthof Health System, and Zon Beachside Assisted Luxury Living.
Where's that Market Street? Is that on Murrell Road?
No, the Market Street's going to be, oh yeah, it is on Murrell in Vieira.
Yeah, Suntree.
Yeah, you got it. That's right. And of course, our special thanks to AM 1060 WMEL for helping and keeping our radio show going every Thursday at 1 p.m. Thank you, John Harper.
Okay, our pleasure. Delighted to do it. And again, if you have a question and you'd like to get involved here on the show, and you have a question about seniors and you want to get in touch with us, give us a call here at the radio station. We are at 321-241-1060. That's 321-241-1060. Give us a call if you have a question for and about seniors. Kay Kaiser can answer them all. She is never without an answer, and if she doesn't have the answer, she'll look it up and get back with you. So by all means, give us a call at 321-241-1060.
And we'll respond to you right on the air here today. You don't even have to mention your name, but we'd always like to put out that if our listening audience has a question about helping seniors of Brevard, we're here to really try to help. But one other thing I want to mention, John Harper, is the fact that if they call the office, 321-473-7770, obviously I am not at the desk right now where I can answer the phone because we're doing a live radio show. But leave a message. I always return the calls, and that's something that I take great pride in. Now, it may not be immediate, but I sometimes get calls in the evening. If I'm on my cell phone, I get an alert that a call's come in. I will call that caller and say, I acknowledge your call. You know, if it's not an emergency, we can pick this up tomorrow. But in addition to that, all of our voice messages, any people that leave a message are recorded on my computer, Joe Steckler's computer, and our media director's computer, so it's never been lost. So my phone rings, or at least my smartphone gives me a little ping sound that it ties in with all the voicemail there. So you're not to be forgotten, and that's, I say, that I take great pride, because I hear a lot of my callers are extremely frustrated. They've made calls, been told that they're going to get a call back, and they don't. So it's very frustrating for them. And I've had many compliments from our callers saying, you're the only one that calls anybody back. So it makes us quite different, John Harper.
Helping Seniors of Brevard, that's the name of the organization. Kay Kaiser is the information specialist, and she'll be able to help you out with whatever your question or matters may be. So you need to make note of this number and give her a call. If she's not there, just leave a message.
Absolutely.
And I guarantee she will get back with you.
You bet.
She is very prompt and takes great pride at making sure she returns everybody's phone call. 321-473-7770. 321-473-7770. Kay, we've talked about a couple of the success stories that you've really enjoyed helping people with. How does the information that comes into your office at Helping Seniors of Brevard, is there another way in which that information is dispersed to the public, in which everybody can find out about it, or is it a need-be basis? How does that work?
Well, I have to be honest with you, John Harper. The fact is that a lot of people, even calling now, say, I heard it from a friend, or somebody told me that they called even, and I'm looking for help. Or I get a lot of calls from people saying, I'm calling for a friend. And in many cases, because I try to help qualify, and I spend the time with those callers. I'm not just going to say, here's a number, bye. You know, I find many times too, and I'm kind of getting off that question directly, but many of the callers have more than one issue going on. So what we try to do that is unique about Helping Seniors of Brevard is purely the example of doing this live radio show. We are on Space Coast Government TV 3 times a day. You can also find our schedule.
Is it 3 times a day?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Channel 499, and I don't have all the different stations, with Uverse.
Does that time vary?
8:30 Monday through Friday, again at, 4:30 and 5 o'clock on Space Coast Government TV, which is Channel 499. That's the Space Coast Government TV, which, one of the things our Advocacy Council is, and we're going to try to incur or make happen that station to be more of an elder-friendly station. Now, there are times where the show, Helping Seniors of Brevard, is preempted if there's a live commissioner meeting or something else that needs to be aired, because it's a government, station. But, go to our website again, helpingseniorsofbrevard.org, and you can find all the different times, if you're a Uverse or AT&T or something and don't have Bright House, because there are other stations and times that the show is aired as well.
You mentioned, Kay Kaiser, about the Advocacy Council. What is that all about, and how does that interact with Helping Seniors of Brevard?
Well, we started this, more than a year and a half ago. We felt, and again, thanks to Joe Steckler, he really wants to make a difference. What we don't have in our community, unfortunately, is what's called an aging plan. And here yet, Brevard is at one of the top of the list with the growing senior population. But there is none.
You mentioned earlier our population for seniors in Brevard County ranks where in the nation?
24th.
24th in the nation?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, but it's only going to get higher. And I think if we were to go, John Harper, by AARP standards, they take into consideration 50 plus. You're counting for 1 in every 2 individuals in Brevard County. So what's frustrating is that with those statistics, these are people who are paying the majority of the taxes, yet there's no aging plan. So we had a group of volunteers step up to the plate many months ago, more than a year. And on their volunteer time, we all got together and we had a survey and we got back hundreds of results and we put together a quite extensive aging plan that was submitted to our county commissioners. Well, we're still waiting. We're still waiting on that. So we just had a meeting here earlier this week. We've got some ideas. We're going to come up with another type of survey, but I mean, it's desperately needed. So if anyone has any time who would like to join our advocacy council, let your voice be heard. We'd love to hear your comments. Give me a call at the office, 321-473-7770.
All right, sounds good. That voice that you've heard is that of Kay Kaiser. She is the information specialist for Helping Seniors of Brevard. And I'm John Harper, filling in today for Joe Steckler, who has a much-needed day off. Joe, we hope that you're taking it easy. I know that's probably a word that is not in your vocabulary, but
Yeah.
Nonetheless, maybe you are, and we hope that you're just sitting back enjoying listening to the show and knowing that things are in good control here with Kay helping you out here with things at Helping Seniors of Brevard. So many things we want to get to, Kay Kaiser, and if you have a question that you would like to ask of Kay Kaiser, feel free to give us a call here at WMEL Talk Radio. The phone number is 321-241-1060. 321-241-1060, and we'll be happy and delighted to take your call, and maybe we can get an answer or two for you if you have a question about seniors. That is what Helping Seniors of Brevard is all about. Kay Kaiser, there's a lot of difficulty for nonprofits, and Helping Seniors of Brevard is certainly not exempt from this as far as coming up with funding for the organization. It is crucial. It's the lifeblood of any nonprofit, and certainly Helping Seniors of Brevard is one that relies 100% on donations.
That's
talk
right.
to us about that and how people can help.
Well, for one, as we've talked about a couple times today on today's program, is certainly buy a ticket for the raffle. Or if you are not interested in that, we do have a donate button on our website, or just simply call me at the office, 321-473-7770. It's difficult, John Harper, and the fact when a nonprofit tries to reach out and say, public, please get involved with us. We don't want to be in a, quote, begging matter, but it's imperative that we continue this service because, John, we're so different than any other nonprofit organization. We have so much that we do with the outreach media that encourages the callers to call in. And by the way, don't be afraid to call. Pick up that phone. Give me a call. I will do my doggone best to try to get you in the right direction. But I don't know of any organization that has gone to the level that we have, John Harper, of reaching out to educate our public what is available for them. So it's, one of the things that came back on our initial survey through the Advocacy Council is information. Where do I get my information? Who do I turn to? We're not trying to compete with any other agency, John. We're trying to, and Joe puts it this way, complete the equation. So we're not, having a big staff with, putting in ramps or whatever it may be. We are here to provide you and get you in the right direction to the appropriate resources that you desperately need.
And to get in touch with the appropriate resources that you may need, just make note of this phone number, 473-7770.
That's right.
Area code 321-473-7770. And that'll get you in touch with Kay Kaiser, and she will help you, and she'll answer your questions. And if she doesn't have the answer right away, she'll do the research, and she will definitely get back with you. She's very proud and likes being able to help Seniors of Brevard. That's what the organization is about, and that is what she is all about as well. Let's go to the phones, Kay Kaiser, and take a phone call. I believe we have Dorothy calling from Melbourne. You're on the Talk to Me station, AM 1060 WMEL. Kay Kaiser, I'm John Harper. Go ahead, Dorothy. What's your question or comment?
Hello.
Hi, Dorothy. Welcome to the show today.
Thank you. I'd like to make, I don't know if you've pre-mentioned this earlier or not, but I'd like to make some observations, comments about people that do not return your calls from Tallahassee right on down to the local level. I've experienced that, and I'd like to tell your audience that you do. It might take you a while to get back till you get your information right, and that you are very, very good about returning calls. I'd like to tell all seniors out there listening, do not be afraid to call and express your concerns about anything, any problems that you may have. We don't know what can be helped with until we call.
That's right.
And there's plenty of resources out here, and the person who can put you in touch with that will be Kay. It doesn't
Thank you,
seem-
Dorothy. We appreciate that comment. I find that a lot of people are just very frustrated in not getting the return calls from an agency that they've called and have been told that they would have a return call, and it doesn't happen.
No,
Yeah.
it does not. I can prove that.
But it does happen with Kay Kaiser and the organization Helping Seniors of Brevard. And Dorothy, we appreciate you bringing up that point, and it's a good one. And as you mentioned, seniors, or anybody for that matter, should take the opportunity to get those answers that are needed by getting in touch with Kay Kaiser at the office at 321-473-7770. Thank you, Dorothy, for calling. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right.
Anytime.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. 321-241-1060 is our phone number, 321-241-1060. It's Helping Seniors of Brevard. I'm John Harper, filling in this afternoon for Joe Steckler, who's taking the day off, and Kay Kaiser is with us. Kay is the information specialist at Helping Seniors of Brevard. And Kay, we've got about 2 minutes left, and before we take another phone call, I want to talk about the raffle that is coming up at the end of this year, in which somebody could win a 1992 mint condition, beautiful ruby red, lovingly cared for, low mileage Jaguar, and it is available for just $25.
That's right. But the bottom line is, too, John Harper, is the fact that they will be helping seniors of Brevard. We're a nonprofit organization, 501c3, and this is a major fundraiser. So we reach out to try to have people, get involved with it. It's a beautiful, beautiful car, and imagine you're not competing with everybody across the entire country for this one. So, it's just something take in consideration. Help seniors of Brevard.
And this car is being displayed between now and the end of the year at all of the, well, not at the same time, but at the 6 Gatto Tire and Auto Service locations throughout Brevard County. And I think you can just go on to the Helping Seniors of Brevard website, and it will indicate what Gatto's Tire location the car will be on display today, right?
Right, and we'll be announcing 2 different locations of special events that the car may be shown. So we've got a lot of exciting things, to look forward to, John Harper, and I want to appreciate you filling in for Joe Steckler today. So just give a call. Pick up the phone and call us, 321-473-7770. We're here to help.
And again, we want to remind you, $25 for one ticket for that Jaguar, that 1992 beautifully restored Jaguar, or you can get 5 tickets for a $100 donation. The car on display at all 6, rotating, but at all 6 of the Gatto's Tire and Auto Service locations throughout the area, and the drawing will be held on December 3rd at the Gatto's Tire and Auto Service location at 15 West Hibiscus in Melbourne. So we're looking forward to that. Should be a lot of fun. Kay Kaiser, thanks for being with us here
You're welcome.
on Helping Seniors of Brevard. I'm John Harper. Joe Steckler, enjoy the day off. We'll see you on the radio next Thursday. In the meantime, stay tuned. Dave Ramsey is coming up next here on the Talk to Me station, AM 1060 WMEL, and worldwide at 1060WMEL.com.